like they've lost it. That's the junior high.
Right down here.
Well, we're going to swing through Chowchilla first.
Is it still open, the cotton club?
There. Unless I was there last time just to see it. But I just can't.
There's the cotton club.
The door.
You got good company.
Hi there.
Hi.
I thought you lost you down here.
No,
I
no.
have hardly any of my Christmas cards, but I'll get around to
Well,
it.
there, I'm sure you will.
And,
You know, now that Opal's gone, we don't have anyone to write to.
yeah.
Well,
you
I
can
guess
write
I'll
to
do-
me.
Yeah,
I'm
we
a little-
wrote to you a couple times.
I'm a little, yeah. I'm a little better than some of them, but I'm not good anymore. I used to like to write, but I got to where I don't
Sure.
like
Well, don't wait.
Oh, I bet it is.
She
Well,
gave
this-
it to me in about 17 or 18,
Now, what, this one here?
because we weren't married.
1970.
Well, that's what I mean. This is picture painted by Grandma Gedgel. What, about, you say about 1917?
Or 18.
They go to this movie, and this old boy was sitting down in front, you know, watching this herd of cattle rushing at him, and about the time this herd of cattle got right there, you know, ready to run over, and he kept up, he says, "Get back there!" Didn't he? Isn't that the story?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is that the way
no,
you would have told
no,
it?
No, there was a difference
Okay,
in the
let-
story.
okay.
It was horses.
Okay, horses.
Okay,
well,
horses, here they come.
Yeah.
Boy, down the road or whatever they're on. And,
Keep going.
Go ahead, tell us. You're great.
well, I'm trying to think of it.
Well, he took his hat and he.
Oh yeah, come and holler about the horses, telling them kids get out of the way, them horses gonna run over. That was down in Oklahoma.
Okay, well, all right. Push it on. We'll turn it off.
How about getting Ethel over here?
She got a picture
She's
of
looking
Got
awful.
her.
She's,
Possum?
no, I never ate possum.
Well, what would you go possum hunting
The
for?
family.
They're
It's just
hides.
me.
They're for their fur.
It's just me.
Well,
I think
Lois
you and I
said we
again, I'm
trapped
late.
for fur.
Well, that was possum, but he said you were hunting something else.
I guess probably looking for some thickened gravy, did you? Well, you
We were
gotta
talking
change
about-
subject. You can't talk all the time on the same subject.
Well, we were talking about possums.
And so you said thickened gravy. And you ever eat the
Well,
thickened
that's
gravy?
what we had for breakfast.
Oh, thick and gravy, of course. What else is
Thick
there?
milk gravy and biscuits?
My Lord, I can't tell you what I ate 40 years ago. No,
Why not? You should
60
be able
years
to.
ago.
That's
More than
like
that.
it, 60 years.
I don't know why you'd forget it.
I don't
Yeah.
either.
What didn't they impress you? Weren't you at an impressionable age?
Nah.
Mom?
Something. People eat cornbread and buttermilk. We never ate cornbread and buttermilk. We had
No,
sweet
no.
milk.
I did.
You did?
I never did like sweet milk
Oh, is that
till
so?
after I married.
You,
Oh,
you like that
You can
buttermilk.
have that buttermilk. I don't want it. I don't.
I like
Well, I
buttermilk,
like
but not with
buttermilk, but
cornbread.
When I drink too much,
Well, I just love
I get
a good
allergy.
friend.
Huh?
That's woman's stuff.
Carrot snuff and
They
So that's-
like the smell.
So that's Grandpa's snuff box, huh?
Get a bunch of that ground stuff up your nose.
so that day Lloyd didn't want to go or didn't go for some reason. So Papa saddled old Ellie and put me on old Ellie and tied my corn up behind the saddle. And I went to the mill. You couldn't get that old mule to trot. If he had, I'd have fell off anyhow. So we went to mill, and when I got down there, Mr. Hieronymus, he had 3 children, but his wife had passed away. But he was taking care of the children and the little mill, and then he had a store and the post office. He's quite busy. But he'd help me down off on the mule, and I'd play with the children then until he'd get my corn. Then he'd put me and the corn back on, and away we'd go home. So I was the mill boy for a while. But one day, I get so sleepy, old Ellie could go so slow. And so there's something bit me on my leg. And I looked down, and it was a great big old black horsefly. And boy, they hurt now, if you ever had one to bite you. That's all.
I can turn it off now?
Did he go any
I
faster?
thought we were going to have a big a big flash or something at the end. The mule was going to take off and change its style and be
I
fat.
have a
What?
lot of
What were
toys.
you playing?
Playing outside in the sand, in the
What were you
dirt.
playing dolls with?
Oh, cobs.
Corn cob?
Yes.
What would you
And
dress
we
them?
used corn cobs for our dolls, our people. And then if we wanted to build a fence, we'd use cobs to build that fence.
What'd you use for clothes? You get pieces of
Oh, we
clothing,
had
though.
old rags and dress them up.
That's the first time I heard of corn cobs as a doll. But I would not be surprised.
Well, you're gonna have
Well,
a good imagination.
don't pull the shuckle off. You can dress them up or.
And
How-
Mama had a black steel box that come with her machine. She kept her,
Buttons.
oh well, and the attachments for the
Oh, yeah.
machine in. And it was black and steel. So she'd let us have that, and we'd have lots of funerals. We'd bury our dolls in this steel box, and then the next day we'd dig them up. So we had a lot of funerals. And, oh, I don't know, and in making our playhouses, we'd just hunt the place over for broken dishes. And we'd build us a cupboard out of a board, and then we'd put a rock on top of it, and put another board, and then a rock, and make us a cupboard, and we'd put our broken dishes in there. Oh, we played in the playhouse, and a great word we used was play like. Play
Yeah,
like
I remember
this.
that.
Play
That's
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well,
just a snuff box, and we'd get some of that soot and put in there, and put a little salt with it, and that was our snuff. Oh, brother, did I like it.
Oh.
But it didn't make you sick to your stomach like that.
No, in fact, they eat charcoal for loyal too.
Yeah, Laura.
Absolutely.
And Floyd would, I guess he'd help him out. They didn't
No,
have-
not Floyd. Dad said he couldn't carry
I
two
don't
in
mean
the
the
barrel.
little one. I mean
Oh, the little one.
your dad. Uh-huh.
Oh, Dad, no, Dad said he couldn't carry a tune in a basket.
Well, he tried it. Well, he wasn't a very
You're
good
happy
singer,
anyway,
but
what difference does it make?
he tried a lot of it.
Well, I don't think he'd ever tried much singing.
And nobody had any radios. He would drive miles to somebody that had a radio.
It's real.
Now that cone you got where?
It's so solid.
Well, she didn't
And,
carry it all.
Where did you get the pine cone?
Oh, Grandma Gudgel, the third, picked it up down in the southern part of California, and she gave it to Luke, her youngest son, and when they left California and went back to Oklahoma, they gave it to me. So I don't know how old it is, but it's getting old.
It's really firm, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's really a big, nice,
I figured that had to be you.
Why?
I saw
Why?
a car out here from Washington.
Well, that was
Well,
Loyal's
it's him
car.
and him.
Ah!
If you'd have
How you
seen the
guys
Greyhound bust out of it, that would have been
You
me.
see
'Cause I was,
anybody?
Oh, I think that's enough. We'll save something for save some for the birds.
Now these are for the birds. These are persimmons. They're really a little extra ripe.
you ever had any snow here?
Pardon me?
Have you ever had it snow that you can remember?
No, I don't think we've ever had a snow here. I don't know.
It gets cold enough to snow once in a
I
while.
think it isn't, too warm. The snow would melt before it.
Well, yeah, but it does gets down to freezing now and then, doesn't it?
Last year we had a snow flurry.
It does, it does get down to freezing once in a while, doesn't it?
Yeah.
With ice on the water, on the mud
Well, I
puddles.
don't think,
So most of them don't, can't remember what our names are.
Uh-huh.
So they all call Cecil for our telephone number.
She gets all the calls first, and then she said, well, they want this one's phone number, that one's phone number, so they